Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel guys. It's your girl Anna Shikongeni and I'm right back again with another video. So if you are stopping by and your family, I just want to appreciate you so much for the love that you constantly been showing me. And if this is your first time coming by, please just help me to subscribe and become the family. So in today's video, we are just going to talk about how to pass with distinction at university. And the reason why I'm posting this video here is because I went to my Instagram page. If you're not following me, I'll drop the link to my Instagram page here. So you go and follow me because some of the videos that I'm posting, like this one specifically, I went to my Instagram page and I asked my follower at Instagram page what would they want to see on our channel today. So I'm gonna say our channel because it's not only my channel, it's our channel. That's why I include you guys in my Instagram post so you decide on what you would want to see on our channel today. So a lot of people have opted or have chosen the video of how to pass with distinction at uni compared to the video of the university advice for the first year. So this is what I'm going to talk about today. So to cut everything short, I am just going to dive in. So I have 13 points here that I'm going to discuss about if you want to pass this distinction. And I just want you to stay tuned and I don't want you to leave without finishing the whole video, guys, because you need every information that is in here. As long as you want to pass with a distinction or you want your child to pass with a distinction or your cousin or your friend or anyone, please just be here and listen to the video until it's finished, guys. So the first point is don't crash with your lecturer. This university, not high school. You have noticed that at high school, even if you clash with your teacher, it's not gonna be a problem because your at the end of the day your exam is marked at the external and it's marked by people that you don't even know. And in grade 12 or yeah, at high school you don't have CA mark, especially in grade 10 and grade 12 in our time, you don't have CA mark. So your CA mark won't affect your final exam. So it's just up to you to make well or to do well in your final exam. So when it comes to university, it's a different scenario, it's a different story. At university, you have CA mark. At university, it's your lecturer that have to decide on how you're going to perform. Even if you're going to put in the hard work, it's better you don't clash with your lecturer because at the end of the day, they are the ones that are going to decide for you, or they are the ones that are going to decide your life. So you better not clash with them. And the second point is don't miss classes. At university, I understand it's you that is paying your money. It's your parent that is paying your money, and people don't care about you at university. Not even lecturer would ask you where you are when you're not coming to class. Maybe if you are in a campus, it's just one or two lecturers that are caring that will ask you where are you or how have you been. But most of the lecturers, they don't care about this. So now you find most of the students, they will not want to come to classes. But I just want to give you this advice: please go to classes, because the reason why you leave your parents' house, you went there to go and excel, you went there to go to classes, you went there to go and get your distinction or to go and bag your degree. So please, or your certificate or whatever you're studying, so please just go to classes, because that is the reason why you are there. And if you don't go to class, there are some of the things that will be spoken in class that you obviously not catch up. So you better go to class, because that is the reason why you are in that town or why you are where you are. The third point is buy old question papers. The way question papers are designed, they are designed in a way that they cover the whole book or they cover all the sections that you find in a book. So if you read the question paper, like when you are going to be done with that question paper, it's more like you have finished the whole book. So it's important to just buy the question paper. It's a very, very huge investment when you're investing in the question paper when you're at university. Obviously, you're just going to pass with your distinction. Even me, when I was in university, I never used to waste my time with studying the whole book. Like, you wouldn't really find me like following the whole book to finish the whole notes, because I know that if I study in my question paper, at the end of the day, it's more like I'll know everything. And now the things that were not asked in a question paper are the one that you find me like going to read in the book. So that is just how I used to study at university. And this is where I am now. I'm now a graduate and I'm having my job. So it's an advice that you have to take from me. Okay, the fifth point is have a circle of positive and productive. Like, you should choose wisely when it's coming to your circle, and you should make your circle small. Don't make like everyone to become your friend, because people comes with their negative energy. People come with their energy, and those energy are gonna influence you. Even if you're telling yourself that you don't get influenced, it's an obvious thing that if you are associating with the wrong people, you are obviously going to be affected. So choose wisely. Choose the people that you are settling with. If you know that someone is jealousy, or they are just throwing shades to you, or your spirit just don't connect, don't undermine this thing. Please just cut this person off, because they're gonna cost you a lot of things if you don't cut them off. and have a circle of positive and productive people, because the reason why you are at university, you came here to excel, you came here to what, to pass very well. So don't have negative people in your circle, don't have people that are not productive in your circle. And the fifth point is work on your faith and pray without ceasing. This is university, and it's just one step before you become a successful person, or before you go and excel in your career. So you better watch out your faith, because if you're not working on your faith, it's gonna cost you a lot. Because here at university, you are now fighting spiritual warfare. If you're a Christian, you understand what spiritual warfare is. We are fighting principality in high heaven, we are fighting rulers in high heaven. And if you're not working on your faith, if you're not praying, you might be studying there, you might be going to write the exam, and you're passing very well. At the end of the day, you're going to end up dying. That's why you see some people at university, people are just dying, and you don't even understand why the person have gone. I'm not saying everyone that have passed on in university, they have passed on because they are fighting against ruler, but this is just a must have. You should work on your faith, and you should pray without ceasing when you're at university. This point is lead with understanding. You find some of the people, like, you are just there, like you're trying to memorize things, and you don't even understand what you're studying. Like, that is a huge no. When you are studying something, you should understand it, because even when you're going to finish with your university, you are going to go into a career that will require you to remember the thing that you've studied at university. So now, if you have been studying to memorize things, that is an obvious case that when you're going to start working, you will not even remember what you have been studying at university. And people are gonna be worried, like, who is this person? Like, where have they studied? People will ask such questions, and it's gonna be a very, very weird thing to you. Like, in your working environment, you don't want people to be looking down on you. You don't want to be that graduate that people are undermining and feel like you don't know what you're doing. You want to be a graduate that is equipped with every resources or every information that they get from varsity where they have been studying. So please read with an understanding, so that even when you're going to go into that exam hall, if they try to change the question but it's the same question, you still catch up. Because if you memorize and someone try to change that, like just to change that question or turn it around, you will not get it because you have memorized the thing. But if you didn't memorize, everything is going to go according to plan. The seventh point is you don't need a lot of day to prepare for the exam. I've seen it in a lot of people. You find someone, they like take 3 months before the exam or 4 months before the exam to prepare for the exam. It's not worth it, guys. For me, I'm here and I'm a living testimony that I've made it through university. But like, my maximum time of studying was 2 weeks. But maybe for you, you like now take too much time to catch up. But at least a month is enough for you to prepare, because for Christ out loud, you are going to forget. If you study for too long, you're going to forget, and it's not even worth it. It's like you've studied for something and you're not forgetting it. Like, you've just wasted your time. A month is enough for you to prepare for the exam. The eighth point is give yourself a break from studying. You didn't only come to university for books. You came to university to learn a lot of things. There are a lot of things that you can learn through university that you need at a later stage in life. You need to work on your social being. Like, you need friends, you need to work on your attitude. You need a lot of things that you can get from university, socializing and everything. So you need to give yourself a break. Not every time that you just need to be studying at university. Give yourself a break. So it's just a very healthy thing. Don't just be every time you're just focusing on books. Even your brain will get tired. It's not nice, it's not healthy for you. Yes, I know 80% of your time invested in studying, but 20% of your time, please, it should be your free time. Work on yourself, meet new people, make new connections. Do that. If you're gonna need it at a later stage of life. The ninth point is don't waste both of your time for sleeping and studying. Like, I have been experiencing this when I was at university. You might find yourself like you are maybe waking up at 2 o'clock and you want to study, and you still want to doze off. If you know that you want to study and doze off but you can't control it, please just continue with your sleeping, because at the end of the day you'll be wasting both of your time for studying and for sleeping. So choose one thing. And obviously, if you are studying and you are sleeping, obviously you know already what to choose. You need to choose your sleeping, and then after sleeping, that is when you're going to continue with everything. I know you are scared maybe of that test, or you are scared of that exam, but it's not worth it to waste both of your time. And you also need to sleep, guys. Like, sleeping, it really does matter. You need at least, if you are a student, because the normal sleeping hours is 8 hours, but if you are not a student, at least have 6 hours or 4 hours to sleep. Don't just be a study freak that don't sleep, because you might even end up being in the exam and you are forgetting. It's not even some spiritual warfare that are making you forget. It's just the way you have been handling yourself. please find time to study or to give yourself a break. Find time to sleep, and yeah, like, just find time to sleep, guys. The 10 point is, don't just focus on the scope, especially if it's not from your lecturer. We have done this, like, when we were at university, me and my friend, like my study, the people that used to study together. There was one time when we get a scope from a certain campus where we are not, like a certain campus, and then that scope was not from our lecturer. So we invested all our time in that scope, and we didn't study beyond that scope. So when we went into the exam, it was just two question paper that came from that scope. And guys, it was so frustrating. We were very much angry and everything. But for me, I made it because I'm that kind of a person who used to go to classes, so I can catch up some of the few things from the board. That's why I'm saying it's very important that you go to class, because if I couldn't have been going to class, I would have failed that subject. But because I used to go to class, I catch up. But the advice that I got from, or the lesson that I got from that situation, I got a lesson that if you get a scope, don't just invest all your energy in the scope. Study beyond the scope, because even if something, like, even if things turn up and not everything come from the scope, you are still going to pass. But if you focus your whole attention in a scope, you are going to regret ever having that scope. The 11th point is, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Coming to university alone is a huge milestone, so you should be proud of that. If you have come as far as university, be proud of yourself, because passing high school or passing grade 12 was a very huge milestone that you have crossed, because passing high school means that you never had CA and you study hard and you made it. So if you come as far as university, you should be proud of that. Don't feel like, no, I didn't pass with a distinction, so I didn't do anything. You have done the best, and that was the best that you're supposed to give. Not everyone is going to pass with a distinction. Even if this video is all about this distinction, I just want to encourage you here that if you go out there and you have passed and you didn't pass with a distinction, don't beat yourself up that you're not making, or that you're not doing good in life. You are doing good, you are doing extremely good, and you're not in competition with anyone, you are in competition with yourself. Please compete with yourself. Don't compete with other people at university, because you know what, these kids are, their parents have invested some of the things that your parents have never invested in you. Some of these kids are coming from the background of private school. Some of these kids are coming from different background on different walk of life. So you better just compete with yourself, because if you start competing with people that you don't know where they are coming from, you'll be frustrated. So please just focus on yourself and be proud of what you have done, and just compete with where you were yesterday. Like, at least tell yourself that if I was here yesterday, today I'm gonna be here, and be proud of that, and be proud of the achievement that you're getting in the moment, because that really does matter. The last point is, find a study place that is far from distraction. Like, yeah, you, like, if you're studying, you don't need a place that is having a lot of noises. You don't need a place that is, like, you just don't need a place that is disturbing you. Please find a place that is comfortable, maybe a library, maybe a class, or maybe study in the night when people are sleeping. Just find something that is not distracting you. So this comes to the end of our video. So if you're a university student, I just want to wish you well, and I pray that you're going to pass with a distinction. And even if you don't pass with a distinction, because not everyone is going to pass with a distinction, I pray that you pass, and I pray that you back that degree. And please don't forget to be praying and working on your faith, because those things really does matter, and God help people that prays. Thank you very much. So this comes to the end of our video.